Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to go over what is one of the most incredible tools here at Mission Insight, and that is the Neighbor Center tool. I want to mention that you must be a church admin to be able to use this tool. Now, to become a church admin, that's a different set of steps, and I encourage you to go back to the resources part of the the Wesleyan.org Mission Insight webpage to learn more about that. We definitely recommend that at least one user at every local church have church admin privileges. All right. And so to use this is again, like I've said, one of the really incredible parts of Mission Insight, really where Mission Insight starts to really get to give you access to incredible, helpful information. All right, so a couple different ways to begin using the Neighbor Center tool. The first way is when you first log in, you'll see your assistance page opened up here, and you could click on Find and Plot Neighbors to begin to use. Again, if you are a basic user, if you have not requested for church admin privileges, then this is grayed out. You cannot access this, okay? But if, let's say you've already exited it, let's say you're at this window, you can simply go right down here to the plotting tab, click on plotting, and Neighbor Center is right here. And what you're going to do is you'll start it. I would recommend, now this is obviously quite lengthy, a lot of different boxes. In my opinion, it's much easier to go from the Assistance tab. So I showed you how to access it here, but I'm going to go back to the Assistance tab and do it this way because in my opinion, it's much easier. So what we're going to do is you're going to start with your address. And so you could do this from any address that you want to. You could do it from your church address, your home address. You could do it from a lot of different locations. In our situation, I'm going to do from our church address. Go next. And then it allows you to go through and select the certain strands of data that you want to hone in on. So in this example, I'm going to leave this blank, but I could select some of this information. And I'm going to want to look at single parents or single grandparents who have children in the home. And so I'm going to leave head of household age. I'm going to leave that blank, but you could select some of those ranges. And I'm going to select children are present. And you could also do not present. If you want more options, you can click the show all. And it, again, shows you all sorts of different strands of information that you can look through. Again, household education level, their income level, length of residence. This is really neat if you're wanting to search for new movers to your area. You could select people, again, who have recently moved to the area according to the United States Post Office. And so really neat there. Living situation, what type of home they live in, what their Mosaic code is. So if you remember back to the Experian Mosaic code, you could select these sorts of strands of data. If you can recall from an earlier video, I showed you how you could pull up different Mosaic codes. So if you're looking for families, right? So people in the F category, or people who are single, so folks in the S, somewhere in the X count. I'm trying to find it somewhere in here, right? If you're trying to find a particular Mosaic code, you could select it here and it will show you all of those people. Again, look at all those, so many, right? Again, Mosaic groups. I would recommend leaving this box checked for a greater sense of accuracy of information. In my situation, I've not found any houses without this already confirmed, but perhaps if you're trying to draw out that information, it may not provide you people's names and whatnot, but I would just recommend leave it checked. You could experiment unchecked or checked. Again, all sorts of pieces of information that you could use, right? So once you have checked what you want to look at, click next. You're going to search a legend. So in my situation, I'm just going to do children and household because that's pretty much the primary part of what I'm looking at. But you can do other pieces if you want to, and I encourage you to experiment with it. And then click finish and give it a second. Takes a second to load, and then boom, let's get this out of the way. So all these purple dots all over my screen fit exactly what I just searched. I just searched for single adults with children present in the home. And what's amazing is you go over it, you click on it, and it shows you information that is held on that person in their household. So this person right here, their address, all this information, and it shows you the Mosaic code. I mean, it shows you so much information about them. It's pretty incredible. You could do over, again, go around, click on them. There's some where it does show you. So for example, right here, this is a great example. It looks like this might be a grandparent, right? Children present in the home, or someone who has a grandparent and their grandkids, or their adult children and their grandkids are staying with them, right? And so they're in this German. It shows you a lot of information about them. This is really incredible stuff. I encourage you, look at this, take advantage. It is such an incredible resource here on Mission Insight. And you can go back and you can click all sorts of different information that you want to look through and things that you want to find, right? Let's just, for example, let's switch this to married, right? Back down, we're going to plot that, right? So look at all this, right? How that all just quickly changes, okay? How incredible is that, okay, you guys? And so I encourage you, look at this, enjoy it, take advantage of it, and certainly make the most of it. Really some great information here that hopefully very helpful for your ministry. You could even, on top of this, I want to recommend, on top of this picture, you could also draw different themes. Go to your theme mapping tool, go over here and you click on different things like this. So for example, if we wanted to let's look at demographic trends. Let's look at population. Let's look at this right here and create this theme map. So over top of the theme map, we're looking at right now different demographic growth trends of the population in our area. And so again, it shows you where a lot of folks are moving to, where a lot of people live. And so again, you can use the thematic mapping tool over top of the neighbor center tool, just to help you understand even more about your community. So again, enjoy, make the most, experiment, and have fun, and use this to reach people for the kingdom of God.